Lamar Jackson's part of a great roster, a Super Bowl winning coach. I never feel like the organization lets him down, and he has sputtered in big playoff spots. Josh Allen's passer rating is better in the playoffs than the regular season, and he was the MVP. He's always at his best when the best is required. He doesn't need to prove anything to anybody. His coach has often let him down. He had more passing yards in the fourth quarter last night than half the league had this weekend. 16 unanswered points against a better roster in Baltimore. Montana, Brady, and Mahomes have more hardware and maybe always will. I have never seen, including Patrick Mahomes, a quarterback with this much velocity, this much power. His playoff passer rating higher than his regular season. He is a gamer and not the streaming kind. The other thing is, I still, this morning, don't like the way the Bills are overly reliant on him. The Ravens were Derrick Henry was running away from smaller secondary players for Buffalo. Buffalo's got real issues on the back end. Remember, Buffalo had to come back under 4 minutes, 15 down. Like, Baltimore has a better roster. They have, in my opinion, a better coach. They have, in my opinion, and this is not a knock on Lamar, probably Steve Bisciotti, many in the league believe, best organization, best owner. 95% of that game last night, until the very end, felt like Baltimore's just got too much horsepower. They got too many good players. The Bills have and I would be worried about this, they have a LeBron Cavs feel to them, that he's got to score 42 and have a triple-double to beat the good teams. I mean, even at the end of the first half, he gets the ball, 31 seconds, 2 big throws, no timeouts, and sets up a field goal. How many people on the planet ever could do that? It is not a knock on Lamar Jackson, but the Ravens have multiple routes to win big games. Derrick Henry last night, again, he is running past and over much smaller players and safeties and corners. The Bills have one route to win huge games. Josh Allen has to do that.
Exactly. And that is 100% my take. If the Baltimore Ravens won that game, it would have been because of the Ravens won that game. The Buffalo Bills winning that game, it's because Josh Allen won that game. People do take this as a knock on other quarterbacks, or obviously in this specific example, Lamar Jackson, and it's just not the case. It's just what Josh Allen has to do and what he's asked to do throughout a game. It's just one of the most, it's just insane. And how regularly he answers the call. And this is what's so frustrating about the conversations around Josh Allen, because he obviously can't do this every single time. He can't be perfect. He can't be flawless. I mean, even in this very game, the Bills tried to lose. They dropped so many beautiful passes. You hear Collinsworth saying, you just can't throw it any better than that. And even any of these really big plays, like when finally they get like a huge run after the catch, it's all set up because of Josh Allen. I think Collinsworth did a beautiful job of highlighting this game of both Lamar Jackson and Josh Allen, because both quarterbacks had a handful of plays where you're just like, no other quarterback could do what they just did. Not even Josh Allen, not even Lamar, respectively. Like the one scramble that Lamar had, like not even Josh Allen does that. But then the throws that Josh Allen makes, the decisions, the Buffalo Bills asked Josh Allen to be flawless with his decision making, with his scrambling. I mean, there's many moments when he scrambles and he can go off for a run, but he recognizes, I can't just take the 8 yards. I can't even just take the 10 yards. I got to push the ball 30 yards down the field. Like, no other quarterback has to constantly juggle that. They can just take what the defense is giving them. But Josh Allen can't. I mean, even some of these plays, I mean, honestly, I took all these notes and they just seem silly at this point. But there were so many moments throughout the game where it was like, you needed Josh Allen to be a hero. You get to like the 2-yard line, and then you need Josh Allen to be a hero again just to be able to get into the end zone. And then you need Josh Allen to be a hero again to get the 2-point conversion. And it's just like, it's just one thing after the other. But I mean, Josh Allen is clearly the best quarterback in the NFL. Clearly. He is if not the greatest quarterback of all time from just a skill set standpoint. And again, this is just more proof as to why you just can't go by wins and losses. Because Lamar Jackson didn't do anything wrong in this game, and his team lost. He didn't do anything wrong this game. Nothing. The story of this game is not Josh Allen outduels Lamar Jackson. But you can see the Ravens team. You can see Lamar Jackson throwing to wide open guys. He had the most wide open targets last season. Okay? And Derrick Henry. I mean, like, it was just a handoff to Derrick Henry, and he just went off. I mean, like, it was, when you actually look, I went over the stats in the postgame, my postgame video. But I mean, when you realize this, it's just pretty bonkers. I mean, first off, Lamar Jackson only had to throw the ball 19 times, 209 yards, and he had 6 carries for 70 yards. Derrick Henry had 169 yards. They rushed for 238. I mean, it's wild. And again, to be clear, the fact that I'm saying Lamar Jackson only had to throw for 19, that's not me knocking him, because it's a compliment on the team, and Lamar Jackson is doing what he needs to do. Same, very similar arguments that I talk about with Jalen Hurts when he doesn't have to throw for 300 some yards. But we can't pretend that when you're going up against a quarterback who's 33 for 46, whose completions are double that of the passing attempts of the other quarterback. The completions are double the pass attempts. That was for 394 yards, 2 touchdowns, a 112 passer rating, and rush for 30 and 2 touchdowns. And again, those rushing touchdowns were like, we can't get in the end zone. We don't know what to do. We can't do anything unless Josh Allen does it. It's just wild. I mean, look at the asymmetry here, okay? The Ravens hung 40 points, and yet they only had 19 first downs. The Bills had 29 first downs, and they scored 41. The Bills had 78 plays to score their 41. The Ravens scored their 40 points in 50 plays. I mean, it's pretty breathtaking when you actually really do the math. They had time of possession 25 minutes for the Ravens. The Bills 34. 35 we'll round up. Like, it's just crazy. The Ravens got to the red zone only 3 times. Only 3 times, yet they hung 40. 3 times. 3 times. The Bills 7. So the efficiency and ease that the Ravens were able to score was just crazy. And that's why it's like, no matter who lost this game, in a lot of ways, I think you would be able. I take that back. I look at it where I think the Ravens losing this game, I'm not too concerned about them. A lot of Ravens fans are trying to blame Harbaugh for this loss, and that's not the conclusion that I draw here. The Bills, you watch this game, you feel great that you have the best quarterback in the NFL and that you can hang points, but you're also going to be like, we do have to be able to stop the Ravens. It's not like the Ravens are a one-off team. There's an amazing chance that you're going to face them in the playoffs again. And if you had to face them again, right? If this was if this was basketball and this was a best of 3 series, best of 7, or if this was the wild card, this was the final game of the season, and both teams just really needed this game desperately to, for whatever reason. And so that's why you got this performance. And now it's like, okay, Bills and Ravens are playing each other, this weekend, wild card round, let's go. Would you feel great? Would you feel confident? If you're a Bills fan, you would be like, I don't know how we stop this Ravens team. They could just do exactly what they did again. How do we stop them? And then you're just like, well, we just need Josh Allen to be literally superhero is not even the right word. It makes me think of Ari from Entourage at the very end of that series when he's talking to, like, I don't know, that guy who, like, owns the world essentially, like who owns the studio. And he's just like, well, Ari, you've seen how the stars live. Why don't you come and see how the gods live? And it was just like, that's what I think of with Josh Allen. And that's what the Buffalo Bills ask him to do. They don't ask him to be the best quarterback in the NFL. They don't ask him to be a superstar. They say, can you please be the greatest quarterback we've ever seen in the history of the universe? I mean, it's just, It's just crazy. I mean, it really, really is. It really is. And this game just left you legitimately breathless, man. I mean, speechless. Well, was this the best game of Josh's career? Colin didn't really even address that necessarily. I think that's too hard to say. I mean, because it's a week 1 game, and I guess if you put it in a vacuum and just say like we're just talking about strictly football, and it did matter because it was against the Ravens, so it's not like it was against like the Carolina Panthers or something, or the Cleveland Browns. But yeah, man, it's just you just would like to see the coaching fingerprints throughout this game, and the only fingerprints that you do see are just like, oh my gosh, every play. Every big moment is just call hike, have Josh Allen have the ball, and it's up to him to try to make a decision. What's the best play here? Every single time. Every single time. And when you look around the league, you can see a higher quality coaching moments, whether it's coming from McVay, whether it's coming from Andy. Like you just see moments when you're just like, that play call. I watched every single game on Sunday. And there's so many moments, and the broadcast teams of all around do great jobs. They're like, that was a Matt LaFleur special. That was Matt LaFleur. Oh, that was Sean McVay. That was Andy Reid. Travis Kelce's wide open touchdown. That was Andy Reid. That was just beautiful play call, beautiful scheme. That was Andy Reid. Jordan Love's, I think it was his first touchdown pass. I think it was to Jaden Reed. I think that's what it was. Matt LaFleur, just beautiful. I think Romo called it out. Just beautiful play call. Just beautiful. Cliff Kingsbury in his bag, getting Debo working, getting the ball. I mean, just like you could just point it out throughout the entire weekend, really. Throughout the entire weekend. And there's like these huge key moments. I mean, think about it. Collinsworth said in that game for that 2-point conversion, he's like, this is the play that they practice every single every single day. This is the most important play that this team has. We're about to see their best play. And what was it? It was just call hike and hope Josh Allen delivers a perfect strike, in the corner of the end zone. It's like, that's your play. That's your play. Like nothing else. Nothing else. In those gotta have it moments, we often see Andy Reid dial up a play, and Mahomes either can just dance into the end zone, or there's just a wide open receiver, somewhere. I mean, we've seen that a million times. The Bills fans have seen it, definitely. And so you just ask yourself, like, why can't the Bills have any of that? Any of that? And it's like, that's why it's both bittersweet. You see a game like this and you just can't help but just be like, this was one of the most amazing things I've ever seen. But then also, man, we just needed Josh Allen to be absolutely perfect just to win by a last-second field goal, 41-40. So it's just, it's a little bittersweet. But those are just my thoughts. I'd absolutely love to hear yours. What do you guys all think about Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills? Just Josh Allen just being an absolute monster. And that field goal was almost blocked if you saw the highlight. Oh, my gosh. And now the whole time I was thinking of do not get, because I think it would have been a 10-second runoff if you got like a false start. Like that was executed really well. But if you go back and watch the highlight, and there's like, if you can get a freeze frame of it, that was almost blocked. Just crazy. But let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I read every single comment. So whether you agree with me or disagree with me, either way, let's get in some discussions. Let's get in some fights. But ultimately, let's just have some fun. And please do consider subscribing. We are building an amazing community here, and I absolutely love to see you part of it. I want to build something that we all genuinely feel connected to. Something that we're really excited to be part of. I think we're well on our way to doing it. And please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, as it really does help with the visibility and the algorithm. Thank you so much. See you next time.